Hello, this is Susan Ashley, and thank you for tuning in today and listening to me. I wanted to talk to you today about obsessive thoughts regarding dying because a few months ago, or probably about 8 months ago actually, I started laying in bed at night and I would just get these obsessive thoughts that I was going to die. I didn't know how I was going to die. I was thinking about when is it going to happen? How is it going to happen? What's going to happen with my family? What's it going to feel like? And I could actually, interestingly enough, I could feel myself dying and I could feel my body without my spirit. I know that sounds really strange, but that's what was going on for me. And lately I've had some other people say to me that they've had the same experiences. So I thought I would do a little video addressing this obsessive thoughts of death because I feel it's a bit of a trend at the moment. And so I would like to explain to you what I feel it is. It's up to you to choose for yourself what resonates with you, what parts of this resonate with you, and what you choose to do about it. I'm just giving you an overview of what I discovered. So I'm not saying it's 100% this. You may have a medical condition that's creating it. So please feel into what I'm saying, whether it's right or wrong for you. And if it's not right for you, there's no need to put any comments or anything, you know? So what I feel it is a grid, a dark grid that's being placed over the planet, and it's like a fear grid, and it's a grid that keeps us in 3D and 4D to stop us from manifesting the freedom and the life that we really desire, the sort of world we desire actually, because what we know is that collectively we create. We know that we can create on our own. Our thought creation has definitely sped up. I mean, everyone can see that. Whether it's your good or your bad thoughts, it's definitely sped up and it's been brought into creation a lot faster. So because of that frequency, there are opposing energies that would like to remain as the most empowered or powerful energy on the planet. So basically it's a battle between dark and light. And what you're feeling is when you're moving out of those limiting grids, and there's this sort of like, if we could say, this last catchment that's trying to hold you in to 3D and 4D by bringing fear into your life. And we know as light beings that we cannot create with fear. We can't create with anger. We cannot create, well, actually you can. In the past you could create very well with anger, but I would say that now that's probably not the way to go. So I'll continue. So what's happening is, if you think about your phone, I'm talking to you and the picture of me is being sent to you, but there's no wires. It's just traveling along a frequency, right? So you end up with my voice and my image, hopefully better than I look in person, and you're getting it and you're receiving it through a frequency vibration in your phone. And so, of course, other frequencies can be passed through our bodies and through our awareness without us knowing. We can't see it. We just feel it. And so what I'm suggesting is that there is a frequency that is wanting us to be suppressed, to continue to feel the fear, to question ourselves, to feel limited, and to feel in some cases hopeless. So what I did was I started to raise my vibration even more, and I did that through breath work, yoga, exercises, visualization, looking at any more limiting belief systems. I've been told years ago to look at my belief systems and work on them, and I did. I worked every evening. I didn't watch shows, I just worked on what was holding me back in myself, and it's definitely helped because I rarely have a negative thought. And when I do have a negative thought, I can ascertain where that's from very quickly, so it doesn't stay with me, which is great. But I'm also aware that I need an opposing energy to combat that grid. So I also use Solfeggio tones, in particular 528. So I'd listen to that at night and I'd have that playing very slightly so it didn't disturb my sleep or anything, on a loop all night, so that I had an opposing vibration to the one that was actually coming through probably my home, the whole area in which I lived. Or, you know, I mean, some people don't pick up on that because their vibration isn't quite there yet. But when you reach that, it's like a passageway, if you like. So we're traveling through these passageways and these different vibrations in order to receive creativity, inspiration, yeah, hope, sometimes healing. We bring through those healing energies from higher frequencies. We're able to tap into them, and there's a way of tapping into them, and it takes practice. You don't just go out and say, oh, I'm just going to do this and expect that it's going to happen in 24 hours. And I find that sometimes with people, like, I'll give them a technique and they'll try it for 2 or 3 days and then they say, oh, it didn't work. Well, it took you lifetimes to get to where you are in the limitation. So 2 or 3 days is actually nothing. You really need to commit and persevere and keep doing it, and don't give up, because this is a time, and we all know it, it's a wonderful time on the planet to really join forces and co-create the world that we want, not what we're being told we want. And I feel it's really inspirational at the moment. You're going to be meeting a lot of new people and connecting and working together and co-creating together, and it's going to be beautiful. But the thing is, if you're stuck in a rut of negative thinking and fears, you need to do something about it. And sometimes you have to go to someone, because what we do is we often try and do it ourselves. Now, truth is, I go to someone every week. Different people, everywhere I move, I'll find someone. Like, I'll go to massage, I'll have a facial, I'll do a healing, I'll do sound healing. I try all different things, and every week I do it because I give a lot and I know I need to receive, and I have to be able to surrender at least for an hour and a half, an hour in my week. I have to surrender to someone else and trust that other person, so that my faith in humanity is still in me. Because we've done a lot of isolation and being by ourselves and not trusting anyone. And this is unfortunate. It's unfortunate that there are a lot of charlatans out there too that are saying, you know, give me your money and I'll help you. And then they do nothing. So, you know, it's up to you to tune in. And sometimes, like, I've been ripped off too. And with that, I just think, oh, well, maybe from a past life I needed to give them some money back or something like that. I don't sort of go into the whole, oh my God, why did that happen? It could be just a repayment of some sort. So, and I just move on. I would say raise your frequency. Breath work is really, really good. Yoga is really good. Meditation is really important at the moment, because we have to align to those higher frequencies. And I am going to be running a course on, I was going to do a manifestation course, but then I sort of changed all of that. I announced it too soon and I changed it. Now I'm realizing that to truly manifest in the 21st century, you need joy, you need happiness. And so that's what it's going to be around. So even though you'll be manifesting from the point of joy and happiness, and going to the high vibrations of that, in order to keep your life there instead of crashing all the time and pulling yourself up. I'm really happy that you listened to what I had to say today. Please share these videos, like them, share them, do what everybody else does. And just know that if you are having those feelings of the near death, it's a good sign. And I know that sounds probably horrible to you at the moment, but it is a good sign, because it means you're reaching a point of breakthrough. And all that grid is trying to do, that old matrix is trying to do, is hold you within it. So it's kind of like, you know, that last bit of survival. When you have that last bit of survival in any situation, you have a burst of energy and you can do anything. And that's what that grid is doing at the moment. It's having its last burst. And each person is unique, and we all do it in different ways. This is just one way that people are experiencing the shift. And when you get through the other side, yes, it will feel like a new life. It will feel like things are different. And sometimes that can also have its own, vulnerability, but welcome it in. So when you start to get that feeling, realize what it is, because that will empower you to travel through it faster. It's just a grid. Put on your 528, do your breathing, do your meditation, do some yoga, do some exercise, listen to some great music, be around friends, share what you're feeling with a friend. Maybe they're feeling the same way. Just get help.